This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Hey, it's 7:03. Here we are. Hey, Maxo.
Hey, what's up, Hawk?
Have you seen that show, The Studio, yet?
Oh, my God. I watched episode 1 yesterday.
Isn't it great?
It's one of the best first episodes that I've seen in a long time. I don't recall laughing out loud at a show that much in a really long time. It exceeded all expectations.
Apple TV, new show from Seth Rogen called The Studio.
And everybody's in it.
It's just so good.
Bryan Cranston's in it.
Martin
Catherine Hahn.
Scorsese.
Martin Scorsese steals the show.
Yeah, I know. He's the best.
He's just casually just a really, really good actor.
Yeah, real good. Real good. I'd check it out if I were you, Johnny Bones.
All right.
I think you might like it too, Marnsy Warnsy.
Okay, pal.
It's called The Studio. The
I'll give
second
it a shot.
episode is as uncomfortable to watch as anything from the first season of The Office. It's just, please stop making the wrong decision. It's really, really good. Really well done. Really well done.
What are you watching, Marnes?
Right now?
Mm-hmm. No, not right now. Hopefully you're just doing the show right now.
We are kind of getting back into Severance. I don't really watch anything except Timberwolves basketball.
Of course.
From October
Right.
until June.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, nothing. I don't have TV time right now, but I will put that one on the list. It's a long list.
Are you guys familiar with Apple TV? Are you familiar with Shrinking? Have you watched
It's one of the best
Heard
shows
about it.
ever done.
It's so good.
Top
Fantastic,
5 all
right?
time.
Okay, good.
Second
I'm glad-
season
I'm
is
glad-
even better than the first.
Of all the people on this show who I thought would appreciate it, I thought you would appreciate it.
I've watched
It's
most
so
of them
good.
at least
It's very
twice.
good. Yeah. Okay, good.
So-
We're through season 1 with the first boop.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And
The
now
first
I'm boop.
It's so good.
Yeah, you'll get it. Yeah.
You'll get it.
Okay.
The second season's even better.
It's
buddy.
it's the same people who did Ted Lasso.
Oh,
Or a
okay.
very, very similar
Yeah.
group that did Ted Lasso. And it's got a very similar vibe and very similar kind of feel to it.
It's such a great show.
Very good.
And
yeah.
it's got the guy who plays the mean coach. What's his name? The guy who cusses all the time becomes a coach on Ted Lasso.
Oh,
The beard?
No, the other
Okay.
guy.
what's his?
The mean
Roy
coach.
Kent.
Roy
Right.
Kent.
Yeah.
Roy Kent is one of the writers,
Right.
and he's also a major part of the
It's-
second season.
Oh,
It's
is he?
so good.
Yeah, major
I haven't gotten to it.
major
Okay,
part of
good.
the second
Oh,
season.
so
good.
good.
It is so damn good.
Okay, good.
You'll like it even better. So yeah, there you go. 2 shows on Apple TV,
And it's something you can watch before you go to bed. Like
Yeah.
it's not going to keep you awake.
and they're 30 minutes episodes in the second season. I think the first season may be an hour. The second season is only half hour.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's excellent.
I don't think I've watched any Apple TV since Ted Lasso. I'm
Well,
not even
Severance.
sure.
That's
Oh,
Apple TV.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shoot, I was just going to say, I'm not even sure we still have Apple TV. Because I just say it into my remote, and then whatever platform it's on comes up.
Hey.
And I don't actually really know what most of them are. I did not
That's a-
realize
that's a good-
Severance
that's a-
was on Apple TV until
sure
you
is.
say it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess that's right.
It's a good way to do that.
I just need to be better. I need to watch more TV.
That is weird though. That's like not knowing anybody's telephone numbers.
Yeah.
Like, that's not good
Yeah.
for the networks that you don't even know what network you're watching. You know what I mean? Because you can
Right.
just say it into your remote. That's crazy.
Although it's not bad
right.
for the networks that you don't know that you still got a subscription to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to find it,
Check
whether I
cashes
know what
either
I'm
way.
watching or not. I'm going to find it.
I haven't
Yeah.
watched anything on Hulu in like 2 weeks because I can't remember my password.
Automatically signs you
It's the
up.
worst feeling. Yeah.
No, I know you'd think it would, wouldn't
Yeah.
you?
And you don't remember what email you used either, right?
Not even close.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No, one of my
But
favorites.
you don't care. You like giving them money.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'll just get another subscription. Can't say that word.
Is this good?
Should we get a news in?
Sure.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey,
That's me.
presented by Carboni's Pizzeria.
Thank you, Psycho Recto. I played this earlier. I'll play it again because it's the biggest news story in the world. There's weather coming. Here's Joe Calderon of the National Weather Service on what's going to happen.
The entire state is going to see some combination of snow, rain, or rain. Northern parts of the state are going to see snow, potentially some healthy amounts in excess of 6 inches, especially once you go into northeastern parts of the state. It'll start out Tuesday morning as mainly snow, and then basically just be a rain-snow mix for central Minnesota from almost all day on Tuesday. There will be some pockets of heavier snow in west central Minnesota. Then southern Minnesota is basically just going to see a lot of rain out of it.
There you go. So, depending on where you live, you may get a blizzard or you might need to build an ark.
Oh.
Not super nice this week.
No. Terrible.
Yeah.
No.
Terrible for an opener.
I like it.
This is one of those weeks where, like, this is why I'm so happy when we get, like, a nice warm week or two, like, in March. Mm-hmm. Because if we still had snow on the ground where the whole temperature was, like, 5 degrees colder, we'd be getting 15 inches of snow and we would have winter until May. And now I know we're just going to get rain and we're going to be fine. By end of April, we'll have spring.
It's also putting off the allergies for those of us who
Yes,
suffer.
well said.
That's true.
Pollen counts will be higher than usual across much of the U.S. this year. Most meteorologists are expecting to see pollen counts blowing away historical averages in over 36 states as warmer weather approaches. Experts say those who suffer from allergies should just go ahead and take themselves out.
Oh, no!
That's sad. That's an aggressive news story.
Does it have the reasoning? Why this year?
No, doesn't say. Just
warmer winter.
And for those of you who suffered, what makes it generally worse or better for you?
Drinking.
No, I mean, honestly, there's only, I forget which one it is. I have like jars of it at home, but there's only one pill that works for me.
Xanax.
That ooey.
Ecstasy.
Yeah.
Forget.
That lean.
I'm allergic to one particular
That's
tree.
why you always have 2 cups.
And
your cup's
it's actually
sweating.
2 girls, 1 cup.
Oh, your dad loves that video.
Isn't that unbelievable? Like the course of human existence is just amazing, and we are at the top of the pile.
Thanks.
But some of us like can't be around a birch tree.
Yeah.
You've mastered the animal kingdom. Nobody is better than you, but some plants really can take you down.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks.
Human life is fragile.
Well, you know, we're all walking time bombs, so you better enjoy today.
Yep. That's dark but true.
Thank you. United Airlines will soon begin offering Starlink internet service on its regional jets. That sounds like a good idea lately. The airline announced...
Bonus loved that.
The airline announced on Monday that it now has FAA approval, and the first commercial flight of Starlink-equipped aircraft is planned for May.
I don't know enough about technology to understand why planes can't have better Wi-Fi. I've never understood that. I don't get
that guy does.
Who is
I bet
Zacho?
Zacho knows, yeah. Yeah, Daddy.
Zach, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any idea about the Starlink thing?
Okay, so the Wi-Fi, why they can't have better Wi-Fi? Is that what the question was?
Sure.
Because you have to, you're flying at 400 or 500 miles an hour, and you can either get it from the ground, which it takes time to get data from the ground to the plane, or what is now more common is satellite, and then you have to have a signal. You're going 500 miles. I mean, think about how fast you're going. That signal has to be, directed at the plane and vice versa. So the Starlink should be pretty good. And we have really good Wi-Fi now on planes. I don't know if there's much to go.
I don't know about really good. We have Wi-Fi.
Last few flights I've had with Wi-Fi, it's been great. You can stream. I've been live streaming stuff now, which is amazing considering the technology and the fact that it is coming from the satellite. Now, Starlink, their satellites are in low Earth orbit, so it's a less of a distance to cover, which in theory should make it faster and better for all.
Do you remember when we first started taking portable DVD players on planes,
Yes.
and you thought, life cannot get any better than this?
And then your whole wallet of movies that you had, yeah.
Remember when you used to smoke on planes? Sauce,
Oh, God.
And you loved it.
Oh, the best. God, smoking cigarettes on a plane would be so fun.
Hey,
So
pass me one of those smokes.
Oh.
I'm going to watch Boiler Room on DVD.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
This is it. We're living large, Sauce.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
Peak
I would
human
light
existence.
cigarettes with
If my
cigarettes.
chest didn't hurt so bad, I'd be having the best day ever.
Man,
Do you guys put
DVDs.
your phones in airplane mode?
Most
On
time.
Yeah.
the flights?
Yeah.
Yeah, most time I do.
Why?
you're
Do
a
you?
rule
Or-
follower.
About 50-50.
You don't?
No.
Oh, good
I
for
don't even-
you.
I really
go
don't
for it.
even.
Marty's
think
a
about
rebel.
It goes against my grain because I am a rule follower. I just feel like that can't possibly be interfering with the plane. If
It's
my
not
phone,
about the plane.
It's the communication, right,
interfering.
Zacho?
It's more
Yeah,
about
problem.
It's like makes like an echo or like a weird noise when they're trying to communicate.
Yeah.
I think.
it's more on takeoff and landing, but it doesn't. That's not the concern as much as it is about two things. One, your battery. Your phone's basically, if you don't put it in airplane mode, it's constantly searching for a tower. So it, screws that up. And then also, if it does attach to a tower, it's sending because they're so far away, it's sending so much power to the tower and vice versa. And so if you have a bunch of people, if you have a plane full of people who are trying to, connect to this one cell phone tower in the ground from 20,000 feet in the air, it can overload the tower and just do it.
But to her point, none of what you just said affects the
Has
plane
nothing
in
to do
any
with that
way.
anymore. Used to.
I don't care about towers. I want to fly.
Yeah, man.
I just would like the plane to land safely.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, well said. Same.
That'd be cool. I don't want to crawl out on the
Yeah.
wing at any
And
point.
not collide
Yeah.
with any other plane.
Yeah.
I want to make sure the plane is in airplane mode.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Peak airplane mode.
Well said.
A 15-year-old girl is recovering after she was attacked by an aggressive sea lion in the ocean off of Long Beach. Here's Mark Mayfield.
The sea lion bit the girl's arm on Sunday while she was at the beach to complete her swim test for the cadet lifeguard program. The girl suffered several bites and scratches on her arm and hand. She was rescued by lifeguards and taken to an emergency room, but did not suffer any serious injuries. Sea lions along the Southern California coast have been showing more signs of aggression lately due to domoic acid poisoning from ingesting toxic algae. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Well, don't do that.
Marnes, about 20 years ago, a little over 20, almost 25, I had a friend named Buster who went swimming in the ocean, and his mom, Lucille, was with him, and then his arm got bitten off by a aggressive loose seal.
Terrible.
Lost an arm.
But not his life.
Nope, just lost his
They
arm.
should make a movie out of that.
Or TV show.
It was a loose seal.
TV.
Got it.
Genius.
Yeah.
I miss Rosie.
Yeah.
Because Rosie would have been like, amazing.
Actress.
Amazing.
Some of those stories you would do to Rosie, the takeoff of that story would go so long, and he would just be like, I didn't know that.
And then I'd
You'd be
land
like,
the plane and he'd still
Yeah.
be like, wow, what a great story.
Right, but the takeoff on purpose takes forever, and he would just be so enthralled by it.
Well, you
That
tried to
really
land
happen?
the plane, but there was echo because
Yeah.
Marty wouldn't turn off her phone.
Yeah, Marty was on her phone.
I was trying to connect to that tower down there.
Yeah, man. Child rolling to the dark tower came.
For those of you who have watched Arrested Development, do you think when they named the mom Lucille that they already had that joke planned, or is it just every episode they're like, what can we do with her name?
Yeah, right. I
Yeah.
wonder because that was in second season. I think.
Second season, he
Yeah,
lost his
right.
arm.
So I bet.
Yeah.
God, that was such a great bit.
So good.
Yeah.
Loose seal.
Yeah.
So stupid.
So stupid, but so funny.
And
That
again,
show was great.
I did not. I'm just dumb. I did not get the joke of the boat until like 5 years ago because I watched Arrested Development a long time ago. I didn't get the joke. You remember the name of the boat? We've talked about this. It was SEAWARD. So it's the C word. That joke went right over my head
Oh, brilliant.
when I watched the show the first time. Didn't get it at all. That's kind of a terrible name for a boat. I'm like, oh.
Clever.
All right, Marnes, we're going to try something when we get back.
Okay.
It might be a disaster, but who cares? Sauce is going to do sports. That's normal. But we're going to add a little twist, and it's a game that you get to play.
Awesome. I love games.
Yeah. It's, we'll see. And also, Sauce has taken exactly one improv class. So it's an improv game for Sauce and a listening game for you. Ready?
Cool.
All right, we'll try that after this. Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
And the Fan.
Hey, 7:22. Here we are. It's Power Trip Morning Show. Marnes and Bones.
That sounds like a good name for a morning show, actually. Marnes and Bones in the morning.
Yeah, Hawk could listen.
Sure.
Do I have to talk like that if I do?
Yeah, of course.
Have to.
I can do my I laugh when you do that.
It sounds like Sauce's impression of the nanny.
Yeah, no, that's better than my impression of the nanny.
Cue crew.
Our brothers are the best. All right, so let's do Fan 5. We're gonna try something a little different just to spice this thing up a bit, right, Sauce?
Yeah, man.
Not that you need to be spiced up.
I
You're
appreciate
spicy.
that. Thank you.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around, your TimberTech deck building contractor.
Thanks, All Around. All right, look, if we did this normally, look, the Wolves would battle Denver, the Wild battled the Wild, or the Wild battled the Devils, the Twins battle the White Sox. We get it. Everybody's battling.
Well, that's sad.
But you know more words than battle, right?
Yes, I do.
So the other day, I'm watching this guy on social media called, his name is Harry Mack. Check him out. He's unbelievable. If you told me I would have fun watching a freestyle rapper, I'd say you're out of your damn mind. But this guy's a freak. He walks up to people on the street and will go, give me like 3 words. And he doesn't just say like, oh, you gave me that word, so I'm going to rhyme it here on the second line. Like, he'll rap for 7 or 8 minutes and work in what he's seeing and work in these keywords. It's like an improv game with freestyle rapping, and I've never seen anything like it. He's unbelievable. His name's Harry Mack. Check him out.
It isn't glamorous.
But it got me thinking. Here's what we're going to try. Marnes, you're going to leave the room in a couple seconds.
Yay!
You're going to leave the room.
That was really quick.
That was good timing.
That was great.
And it's been fun knowing you.
The 5 of us, me, John Bonus, Hawk, Max, and Zach, are each going to give Sauce a word. Now, Sauce has a scripted, ready sports update like he always does at 7:20. But the 5 of us are going to give him a word. Our goal is to try to give him a word that's difficult, but not so obvious that when he works it into his update, your job after 60 or 90 seconds is to find the 5 words that we gave him and try to go 5 for 5. Sauce's job is to try to organically work him in where it's not obvious. So it's an improv game because he's going to find out the words 10 seconds before he starts. Make sense?
Yep.
So it's
There
as simple
are
as
5?
that.
Because
Each one of us is going to give him a word, yes.
Okay,
so he
including
does
Zach.
not know the words until we give it to him. You ready?
Okay, well, this will be fun.
All right, so you're going to leave. Sauce, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right. All 5 of us are going to give you one word. Yes, Paul.
Like I said, I'm going to try my best.
That's why it's going to be funny. I'm
going to
counting
try.
on you trying your best. All right, here's my word. You going to write them all down?
Yeah.
Ready? I'm going with Ripple. Ripple.
So, for
Ripple.
clarification, could I say something like the ripple effect?
Sure. You just have to work the word ripple into the next 60 to 90 seconds.
Okay.
Boney, you got one?
Gesture.
Like he said a couple, like an hour ago?
Okay.
I know he knows how to say that one.
Okay. Maxo?
I'll do natural.
Okay. Natural. Hawk, got one?
Divulge.
Oh, Jesus. Love it. And
Wait, how do you
Zachary.
spell that?
Plunge.
All right, so we're going ripple, gesture, natural, divulge, and plunge. Ready, Sauce? All right.
Yeah.
Wave Marnie back in here. I cannot wait to see. Okay.
Yep.
All right, Marnes, he has the 5 words. So he's going to do a sports update. We're not going to interrupt him at all. It's going to take like 60 to 90 seconds.
Okay.
And then you can either write down or type in or whatever you want to do words that you think he clearly would not have used unless we told him. Ready?
Okay. Yeah, this will be fun.
Sauce, fire away.
The Minnesota Twins got 2 hit by a journeyman pitcher. They lost 9-0 to the White Sox. They have plunged to the bottom of the Central Division. The Twins were no hit into the 7th inning. The Twins struck out 13 times. The Twins are 0-4. Same 2 teams tomorrow or today at 6:40. Simeon Richardson goes for your Twins. The Minnesota Twins have been outscored 28-6 in their first 4 games. A natural disaster for your Twins. The Wild lost 3-2 in a shootout to the Devils. Matt Boldy scored with under 3 minutes left to tie the game at 2. The Wild currently hold a 1-point lead for the top wild card spot. The surging Blues have won 9 straight. The Minnesota Wild play the Rangers tomorrow at 6 o'clock. The Wolves battle Denver tonight at 9 p.m. Denver is 47-28. The Wolves are 43-32. Denver is 3.5 point favorite. The Wolves are 0.5 games back of 6 in the West. They want to avoid the hideous play-in. The Final Four begins on Saturday. All 4 teams all 4 1 seeds are left. A natural sweep is what they're looking for. Florida and Auburn. Florida is a 2.5 point favorite. Game time is 5:09. Duke and Houston follow at 7:49. Duke is a 5.5 point favorite. Let's see here. The Masters is 1 week from Thursday. We bet on it a week from tomorrow. That will be super fun. The NFL draft is 3 weeks from Thursday. The Vikings have the 24th overall pick. Damn it.
Is that it?
Why the damn it?
You didn't use almost any of the words.
I did too.
No, you didn't.
I see. I counted 1, 2.
Didn't I use 3?
There was 2.
You're supposed to
use
use
1 twice.
You're supposed to use all 5. You used 2 of them, and 1 of them you used twice.
Oh, so natural. Natural disaster and
You
natural
have to put
sweep.
all 5 in, not 2.
Matt, I'll be honest with you. I was so nervous to do that. I was shaking.
We could tell.
I don't know why. I had one all set up too. The ripple effect.
Yeah,
but
never
I couldn't
said
find
ripple.
a place to use
You
it.
never said divulge, and you never said gesture.
I thought you were rapping.
Yeah, I was not
I
good
thought
at
I
that.
forgot the word.
He only used 2 of them.
Well, I used 2 of them. I used 1 twice. I'm sorry.
Marnie got it. Natural is the one that he used twice. Do you know the other one that he tried to sneak in?
I wrote down 8 words that I thought could be it. 2 of them are phrases: natural disaster and natural sweep. So by
Natural
process
was
of
one.
elimination, yeah. The other words.
But I would argue that
I'll
if
tell you the one-
had you had to guess, I'm not sure whether you would have guessed natural or disaster.
That's true. That's
Sure.
true.
Right.
I starred the one I think it is, but I'll read you the others that are possibilities: journeyman, surging, battle, because I thought maybe just to throw me off.
Yeah.
Avoid and hideous, and the one I think it is, plunge.
That is correct.
Yes.
So you,
Yes.
See, you got plunge and natural.
Yeah.
You went 2 for 2, but he was supposed to put all 5 in.
How'd you mess that up?
The whole point is if you can't organically do it, you're supposed to panic and at least say it, and then it's obvious. That means you failed, because Marnie would be like, okay, you clearly just said ripple to say it. The whole point is you have to say all 5 words.
Yeah, I screwed that up.
The
Oh,
key
man.
here, if you are sauce, first of all, I think there should be some rules on our side, which is like, I'm not sure you should be able to do a noun. Because a noun is just hard to fit into something like this, right? It automatically sticks
give
up.
me the-
Like gesture, there's almost no way to, I don't know how you would put gesture in there other than,
Court gesture.
yeah, exactly. Exactly, right. But the other one, like if your son's, the key is when you write the sports update, choose about 10 goofy words
Oh, yeah.
to begin with. Because that way the 5 goofy words don't stand out as
Maybe we should give it to him like the break before, so he has plenty of time to figure out how he's going to work them in.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, we don't have to
Yeah.
reveal them until
Right.
the segment, but.
Maybe less
just
improv
kept-
and more planning.
Yeah.
And maybe 5's too many. Maybe that's another problem.
That's
Maybe
probably
5
true.
words is too many
That's
words.
true. Yeah.
Maybe
I
if
don't
we
think
cut it
so.
to 3.
No.
I think 5 is
No,
fine.
5's fine. I screwed up. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't want to divulge company secrets here, but the ripple effect of you failing is not the best gesture for the rest of the Power Trip Morning Show.
See,
You
that's
just
funny.
used 2 of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now the ratings are plunging, and this is a natural disaster.
Speaking of plunging, here's Rocco and what's wrong with his team.
We have to have better at-bats. It's not as though the at-bats are good enough. There's a few guys that do look good at the plate, but as a group, we just got to tighten it up a little bit, hit even more balls on the barrel, and draw some walks and get on base. You got to force the issue sometimes. You can't just keep saying, we're having pretty good at-bats. You got to just take a game over at some point, just get a bunch of base runners and bring them around.
Yeah. He also, by the way, was worried about, he was taking a little bit of heat for pulling some of his injury-prone players when they were down by 9 runs.
Last thing I want to do is pull anyone out of a game in the fourth inning. The score was 9-0, I believe, and to keep them ready and in the lineup going forward. That's what we have to do. There's really no other explanation. I want them in the lineup tomorrow and the next day. And then when we get home for the home opener, I want them to be out there and playing. So the best way to do it is to get them off their feet when the score's, getting close to being, 10-0 game. I mean, we want to get them out.
Is it a night game tonight, Johnny?
Yes, it is. 6:37.
Oh, my.
6:37 game. And then a day game tomorrow.
I have the Chicago forecast pulled up. 6 p.m. temp is 44 degrees. 7 p.m. temp, 45. We gain. And then it stays basically 43 till midnight.
Not rain. No danger of a rain out?
No.
Okay.
Cloudy,
Greasy.
but the sun will have set.
Yeah, it was a little bit surprising. I mean, it was noticeable that they pulled out Buxton and Correa after, a few innings, in part because they did the exact same thing yesterday. After the rain out, those two did not return. And, I mean, the people are angry. People are disappointed, and those two are 1 for 28 right now.
Gross.
I think, or 1 for 28. Certainly in plate appearances, they've got 1 hit between the two of them. So
Please stop.
I can see honestly. I can see where people are frustrated that the leaders of the team, those people that you said early in spring training they're going to play a lot in spring training. They're going to go on road trips. They're going to be leading this team. Aren't showing up during the games and then are being pulled midway through the games. I can understand the frustration. That said, one of the reasons this team collapsed last year is because both of those guys were hurt, and they are hurt a lot. Those two and Royce Lewis, if there's one problem with the construction of this lineup, it's that your 3 core players are probably good for less than 300 games a year.
Oof.
Rosie.
So you can see where, as a manager of that, you would want to be a little careful with, putting them out there in a lost situation.
Well, when you start this way, when you start 0-4 and one of your losses is 9-0 to the White Sox, then nothing you do is right. If you leave him in there, you're going to take criticism.
Right.
Because why are you risking injury?
Right.
It's a lose-lose situation when you start a season on the wrong foot like this. But it's a long season.
You know what I remember this morning? When I woke up this morning and heard that they lost again, I was thinking about how everybody was saying, it depends on who beats the White Sox the most.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah, well, last year they were 12-1 versus the White Sox.
I know.
One of the reasons they finished 2 games over 500, and they were 12-1 versus the White Sox.
So the White Sox have already matched the season-long win total against the Twins for 2024.
Yes.
One.
Yes.
That's easy.
So they're free rolling tonight.
Yeah, man.
They are free rolling.
House money.
House money. God, is there anything better than house money?
No.
It's the greatest feeling in the world. It feels like it's not even yours. Right? So put it back on the table.
It's the best.
Hey, it says
Oh, I
here
want
Ryan
some.
Jeffers is using the torpedo bat.
Oh, is he?
That's what it says.
Swing away, Merrill.
Yeah.
Twins catcher Ryan
Everybody should
Jeffers
be.
heard about the bats
Everyone.
during spring training, and he's using them in the regular season. That's what it says right here. I did not realize that.
All right.
The crowd yesterday was thin, but I was in Chicago last July, which is the heart of the baseball season, and the crowd looked not quite that bad, Sassy.
Yeah, that
but
was.
oh my
they
gosh!
They showed that on TV. They faded back into the game, and that was the picture they showed.
Tickets were $2 yesterday.
Dumb question.
too much.
Did the White Sox open at home? This wasn't their home opener, was it?
No, this was not their home
Okay,
opener.
so this was
They
game
did
4
open
for
at home.
them?
Yeah, this is their game 4th.
I was going to say, if that's their home opener, just why would Ishbia want that team?
Right, correct.
I mean, last July the crowd was super thin to the point where foul balls were bouncing and ricocheting multiple times before someone would chase them down. That kind of crowd.
Right. I mean, one of the challenges Major League Baseball has right now is 2 of their teams are playing in minor league ballparks this year, right? The White Sox are basically a minor league team. The Marlins are basically a minor league team at this point. You're talking about compare that to talent-wise, right? And the White Sox are arguably worse than a AAA team potentially. You've got if you're talking about having some competitive balance in the same way that the NFL does or the NBA does or something, as weird as that competitive balance is, compare the Dodgers to those 4 teams. And, at some point you would think something would change, but how that change comes about, I don't know how it's going to happen. I mean, it's not just the players and the owners have to agree on a salary cap. It's that the owners have to agree on a salary cap. So it's going to be very tricky.
You're not leaving, are you, Bonesy?
No, I'll stick around.
Good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Foo Fighters.
Pretty excited about him staying.
You can step up though again, Martin.
You technically won the game. You did go 2 for 2.
We've got another game. We've got another game that you leave. Yeah.
Should we try it again, or did the luster wear off?
No, the luster's coming out at 9.
Yeah. Brilliant.
See, that's a word, luster.
I could have been talking about Nordo, by the way.
Could have been.
Oh, I assumed you were.
Yeah, Nordo loves that you hint that it might be him. All right, Vikings news in a
Wait a
second.
minute, real quick. Is this Twins and Fox News? Fox 9 thing news?
Yeah, it's brand new.
Yeah.
Why don't you ask Fox 9's Maxo?
I don't have inside information like that.
Minnesota Twins, Fox 9, and Gray Media announced a 10-game free over-the-air television package.
Yep.
10 games.
Yeah, we got a hint about this at the Winter Meltdown. Corey Provost said, hey, I think you're going to have some games over the air this year for Twins TV. It's one of the things that the Twins can do now that they kind of control their own TV rights in a lot of ways. So, we're going to get some games on Fox 9 on Tuesday nights during the baseball season. Apparently
Nice
10
job,
of them.
Max.
Is that what the
Same broadcast crew, too?
I call
Yeah.
my people.
The Timberwolves are doing this as well. We had 4 or 5 Saturday, Sunday home games. That was the criteria. It had to be either Saturday, Sunday, and a home game because think about the programming that is on local TV. You can't bump that. But we had Care 11 games on this season. And it's kind of reverting back to what we used to have 15 years ago, over-the-air games on My 29. They had a lot of, like half the Wolves season was on My 29. So we're heading back in that direction, at least sprinkling in.
Yeah, that's right.
First game will be April 15th.
I mean, the Twins have a challenge here, right? Like, it used to be that it was on the free cable package. Almost everybody who had free cable could get it. Well, now it's not. Now it's on the tiered package, right? Or you have to stream it. So if you want to reach casual fans, how do you do it? Over the air is one of the options. So they're going to be showing 2. If you don't have the sports tier package and you are not streaming the Twins.tv, you will be able to watch Tuesday night games on TV on Fox 9 over the air.
Sweet.
Thank you for your honesty. More of the Power 2 Morning Show after this on The Fan.
Last segment, so we're running a little late for Vikings news, but it's never too late.
For Vikings news on the Power Trip,
right.
presented by
Redco
Accessories Pro.
All right, KOC actually commenting on the J.J. McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers thing, basically saying 2 things can be true at once, right? We can still have a ton of faith in J.J. McCarthy. We can still think that he's the plan, but doesn't hurt to talk to a guy like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
So he basically said yesterday, it's not a knock on McCarthy. The only thing I thought was really interesting of his comments yesterday is that he said he wanted JJ to hear all of the truth from him directly. So he said he almost kept JJ McCarthy up to date in real time. So JJ was not in the dark on the discussions with Rodgers or, having to learn about it like we were through the media or rumors. That KOC said JJ was kept abreast of all of it the entire time.
That's smart.
Probably smart so you don't burn the bridge and have your quarterback getting confused that the rumors are the truth, or who knows. So, I don't know. KOC kind of said what Kwesi said last week, that the plan is JJ, but that they'd be dumb not to at least discuss it and talk about the possibilities of Aaron Rodgers.
Here's from Gessling's article today. The Vikings will continue to look for another veteran in the quarterback room, though the fact that they could be in line for a third-round compensatory pick and 2 fourth-rounders next year means they could wait until an April 28th deadline when free agent pickups are no longer counted in the NFL's compensatory picks formula. It's a hard word for me. I apologize.
All right, so 4 weeks.
April 28th, yeah. So that might be why we're waiting, ladies
Yep.
and gentlemen, right there. It's the first time I'd read that this morning.
Which means that I think the Asante Samuel bit would mean that they are not going to draft a corner at pick 24.
You still
or
think they're
wherever
going
pick.
offensive lineman?
I think they're going offensive line. Mm-hmm. And I think it's going to be, you could see him take a tackle that they would move to guard. I think they're going to try and make this an outstanding offensive line. And Blake Brandel was fine, but I think if they can find an immediate upgrade, they will. And I think that's what they're going to try and do. And I think they stay at pick 24.
What do you think about, is there any smoke? Is there any fire with the Kwesi not having his new contract yet? It's addressed again by Gessling in today's Star Tribune. They say they're working on it.
Yeah, I think that'll happen. I think they know, and I think I read yesterday that KOC was like not given like power over Kwesi and like draft matter and free agent, like all that, where like the dynamic of the leadership hasn't changed, which a lot of people thought it might. Yeah, I think he'll get a contract. I think he's done an excellent job, and I think I think he did an excellent job in this free agency class, and I think a lot of people forgot about it because how hot and prevalent the Aaron Rodgers rumors were, right?
Yeah.
Like that's all people talked about when they signed every need they had. They signed the best guard in free agency, and we just kind of moved on. I thought it was also weird, though, excuse me, that they didn't have like a full press conference. I don't know why they didn't do that. And it may have been because they didn't want these guys asked about Aaron Rodgers the whole time, but you think you'd celebrate that with the jersey bit and all that, and they didn't do that. That was kind of weird.
The Vikings will play 2 home preseason games in August, and they could host joint practices before both of them. The team has talked with the Patriots about joint practices in the preseason and could bring the Rams in for a scrimmage before a preseason game at U.S. Bank Stadium. If the NFL approves the team's request for the preseason schedule, the Vikings could host the Patriots during the second week of the preseason before wrapping up the exhibition schedule against the Rams at home.
It's one of the best times of the year when the preseason is wrapping up.
No, the best is when it starts.
Yeah, man, first one.
Hey,
Bam.
did you buy Hall of Fame game
I already
tickets
did.
yet?
I bought 4 of them in case we have some friends who want to
Yeah,
come.
okay.
What's
cool.
our bet? $20?
Yeah.
About what?
You should pay me now. Hawk already bought the ticket.
I bet Sauce $20 that he will not be attending the Hall of Fame game.
It's an interesting bet.
Yeah.
It is, because you have all of the control. If you
sure
want to
do.
go to Canton.
No,
you
Hawk has all the control.
I do.
He
Yeah.
bought all the stuff.
If you want to travel there, you win $20 from me.
Do you think
And honestly, we would both win because you would win the bet, and it would be worth $20 for me to see you go all the way to Canton.
do you think if Rosie was still on the show, we could get him again with that bit?
Why didn't you want him on the show anymore?
Yeah,
What?
you were the tie-breaking vote.
No, we didn't vote.
Of course we did.
No,
We voted and you said hard pass.
Don't put this on me, beady
You
eyes.
said, I
100%.
directly quote you, get old balls out of here, is what you said.
All right.
Did you just choke?
Yes.
Are you okay?
That's funny.
Please don't call Rosie that.
I didn't.
You did.
He'll be here next Wednesday.
I loved how many people he told off air. No, Hawk and Sauce are going. They're leaving. They're leaving next Tuesday for the Hall of Fame game.
And that's why we did it. Because he never let the bit die.
Right, we couldn't believe that he bought it. So we're like, now we got to keep it going.
I think she's buying it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's so good. You know what movie that is, Marcy?
No.
It is Anchorman.
Anchorman.
God.
Hi, this is Dr. Richards.
Great bit.
It was, what is it, Chim Richards?
Jim Richards, that's it, right? You're pregnant. You're knocked up.
Yeah, you should go to Russia.
Yeah, that would be so
Bring a
good.
coat.
I think she bought it.
We watched Wedding Crashers last night. Another A+ film.
Great story.
Classic.
It's funny. I mean, he's in that movie.
You're right. It is a good story.
Yeah.
It is a good movie.
It's great.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Did it just happen to be on when you were flipping channels, or did
No.
you make an effort to?
It was on Netflix. Yeah.
You chose it.
Yeah.
You chose it or Kel chose it?
Kel asked, and I'm like, yeah, that's great. It was like 7:00,
Well, there's a new
right before bedtime.
like a serial killer documentary that
Yeah, why don't you fall asleep to that? It's lovely. Somebody getting slaughtered.
Somebody
You'll
said
like
it's
that.
like the most terrifying story ever.
Which one is it?
Long Island Girls or something like that. You know
It's
what I'm
the
talking
Long
about?
Island serial killer.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What? Which one? I don't know that one. What's this guy's bit?
Here's what we have here. He was
One of us.
gone too soon.
don't know if he's gone too soon.
Gilgo Beach serial killing.
Oh, is this the guy that was in the news just a couple of years ago?
Oh.
The big fat guy that okay. This is relatively recent.
Yeah.
Not that long ago.
Yeah. Somebody tweeted at me yesterday and said it's just terrifying. So I don't know if I'm up for that.
Wait, hang on a second. You're cool watching Dahmer documentaries, Night Stalker documentaries, Bundy documentaries. What's the difference?
Yeah,
maybe he's outgrown them.
He's outgrown
the
his
Night
pants.
Stalker documentary. Oh, I have. I'm a fat mess.
You are not.
The Night Stalker documentary shook me to my core. I kind of slowed down on serial. I was so freaked out by that. Was that the guy Zach found attractive?
He said he had abs, yeah.
Yeah.
We all do.
And then that one, we were going to, I think, Detroit Lakes that night, and he said he was going to watch the documentary in his hotel room alone.
Zach.
Right, Zach?
I mean, it was so long ago. I don't.
Is that why you didn't show up to dinner?
Yeah, well.
Gross. Zach, you only can pick one, okay?
Okay.
The Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez, or J.J. McCarthy?
Oh, my God.
I mean, I'm going to go with the last one there.
You hesitated.
Yeah, you took
that was
too
a clear
long.
hesitation.
One of them's dead.
One's dead and one was a serial killer. The other one's young, alive, seems to be very nice, and right down the street. And you still hesitated.
No, I just was taken aback. Wanted to make sure this wasn't a trick question.
No, it wasn't. Not really.
You did say he's hot when you looked him up that one
And we
time.
said he's killed so many people, and he's
got
that's
abs.
not great.
Again, didn't know the fullest extent.
What do you think? The Night Stalker was a cute nickname?
It kind of sounds cute, doesn't it?
No. He's one of the worst serial killers ever.
So you believe you will not watch this documentary?
I mean,
you're done with serial killers.
I'll probably watch it. I have nothing else to do.
You don't?
I mean, you could raise a kid.
I'm doing that very well.
You are doing a great job.
Yeah, man.
Has Louis watched the Night Stalker documentary?
No, there he is sitting in his chair.
Oh my gosh. Cute.
He look great with an Eagles onesie on.
He's
Yeah.
just so
Bucket
cute.
hat.
He is cute.
What now?
Well, what happened?
Bucket.
Oh. Lord.
But yeah, no, yeah. That's what I'm doing these days, raising a child.
Good.
And after I watched the last scene in that one show, I cried so hard, it hurt.
What one
He's
show?
referring to
He's talking
adolescence.
about,
God,
Friends.
Hawk, did you emotionally sob to that when you saw it the first time?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a hell of a scene.
Oh,
That whole show's something else.
the teddy bear bit, man.
Yeah, man.
That got
What
me.
is the
I know.
scene about? Can you just give it?
No.
No,
It's a
gives
spoiler, but
everybody's read the book though.
yeah. It's a 4-episode show on Netflix.
Okay,
and
well,
Yeah.
I didn't read the book. So.
acting's
It's a-
crazy
no, it's a
good.
joke.
Cinematography will blow your mind.
Wasn't it? What movie did Star ruin? And then
That was
said-
the girl with the dragon tattoo.
He told the ending the Monday after it came out on the air, and then said, "Come on,
no.
everybody's read the book."
Marnie,
What?
there's a bit in the paper called Dear Miss Manners.
Uh-huh.
People write in and they ask her questions about manners.
Okay.
I want you to answer the questions.
Okay.
Dear Miss Marnie. I'm a cashier in a grocery store. We're required to wear a name tag with our first name printed boldly. It feels creepy when customers, often the male ones, address me by name in a domineering way. I've tried taking a deep breath to resist the urge to say something insulting, but I really wish I knew how to respond. I resent being spoken to by a stranger in this way, especially when I'm trying to be of service. Dear Miss Marnie, what do I say to Mark Rosen when he comes through my line?
Sir? No, that's too formal.
kind?
And shows
Yeah, right?
submissiveness.
Uh-huh.
Bruh?
Brah.
Get your eyes off my tag.
Whoa.
Put your groceries in your bag.
Ooh.
And waddle on out of here. Bruh.
Thanks, Miss Marnie.
So you believe cashiers should be nameless?
Yeah.
Ooh.
If they don't want to know, why do we need to know their name? And if you've got a midnight stalker, Long Island Lolita type, And he just keeps coming through your line.
Yeah.
You're like, I do not like the fact that this guy knows my name is Brenda.
Dear Miss Marnie, I attended a bridal shower where the bride-to-be asked for no gifts. Half the attendees showed up with gifts anyway.
That's the worst.
The ones who honored her request were left to feel cheap. It was awkward for everybody, including the bride-to-be, who wasn't sure if she should open the gifts or not. What should she have done?
Tough spot, Marnie.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
This has happened to me before when my kids have when they've been invited to a birthday party.
Right.
Like at 8 years old, and the invitation said no gifts. And then little Susie and little Bobby went to the party and came home and said, everybody brought a present. The answer of what to do is just on the invitation say, bring gifts, please.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so bring gifts. Yeah.
Bring gifts, please, and spend a minimum of $50. Lay it out.
So you said a min, not a max.
It's
Don't say,
minimal.
please don't spend more than 50. It's the opposite.
Yes.
Don't bring any of that cheap S my way. 50
Correct.
minimum.
Correct. I'm just giving you guidance. You asked for my help.
Well, as you know, famously,
That's
I've
what it
also
is.
dealt with this. I've said when people came over to my house, please don't bring gifts. And Tommy brought me a Red Lobster gift card.
You sure did.
One of the cutest gifts of all time.
Yep. Yep. And Meat's House brought you crabs.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah. That Hawk didn't know who he got them from.
Still don't.
Yeah.
I had a
Whoa.
50th birthday a year and a half ago, whatever.
Oh, feels like 10.
And I texted out, I'm sorry, what? I texted out an invitation that just said something like, want to have beers with you, and that's all I want for my birthday. And I believe I wrote in there, no gifts, please. And I'm not kidding. I'm not trying to be cute. Seriously, do not bring a gift. A-hole.
How many people brought gifts?
None.
Good, because I didn't. I was going to feel bad if I was the only one who didn't.
None.
Nobody did. Good.
I wasn't messing around. I wasn't like, oh, this is cute. I'm going to say no gifts. And then I hope people bring me like cute little lotions and serums and stuff.
It was awkward that Zach brought a gift.
What did he bring? Condoms. Oh, Zach. Why?
It's weird for a 50-year-old.
Hey, man.
2 for you, 2 for me.
Yeah.
Actually, one person gave me a gift while there, and it
was Rosie's presents.
I had to buy his beer. Can you believe that?
Yes.
At my own party?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. My friend Al went over to the pull tabs and bought me a good old chunk of pull tabs.
See, now that's a gift.
That's a gift. Great gift.
That's a smart play. You don't bring something all wrapped up. You just buy pull tabs.
Thank you,
Then
Miss
everybody
Marnie.
wins. Way to go, Marnes.
Thank you, Miss Marnie.
You're welcome. See me for any future manner issues.
Oh, I got more.
Johnny Bones, you got to go or can you stick around?
I'll stick around.
All right, you got nothing to do.
Sure.
Fan 5 in a second. Headlines later. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.